dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, industry veterans, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all. I'm really glad that I'm amidst you to share some of my thoughts about the industry today. Today, disruption and change has become the norm of the life. So immediately after COVID, nobody thought lockdown is going to be a possibility. Not lockdown of a simple town, lockdown of the entire global forum. Say lockdown of such a big country like India or China, and even developed nations have to declare lockdown. So that changed the global outlook, and nothing is certain in this life. Then we had a lot of other disruption. There was a Red Sea issue which changed the entire footprint of logistics in the world. Then came the Ukraine war, wherein the energy was disrupted, and the entire energy management in Europe. Then now when the new president of US took over, what we used to call as a global village is no more a global village. See, the old norm again came into existence, like make in their own country, having tariff was started, and now we have a war. So this is going to be the disruptive world for the future. There is no doubt about it. Mr. Bharati talked about China Plus. There is not only China Plus, we also have Europe Plus factor now. See, today as a country, India has got a lot of advantages. We have a very good, I would say that we are at a advantageous position in terms of manufacturing. And if a country has to grow, the manufacturing has to go to the next stage. Today we are only at 15% of our GDP. If we go to 25%, then we will become definitely one of the superpowers in the world. And today we are the fourth largest economy, and definitely by this 2030 we will become the third. But if you look at China, we used to call them as the duplicators of the world. So whatever they do, they duplicate. They don't have the technology. But today the things have changed. If you go to China, the kind of innovations, say we are talking about additive manufacturing, 3D printing. Today, the way they are there in 3D printing, not even developed nations are there. They have factories wherein they have a 3D printer of 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters printing mass production parts. So, and they are innovative. They are much more advanced than some of the Western nations. So they are no more the duplicators or those who copy things. They are innovation. So that is the future. Today, the machine tool industry, basically in the machine tool industries, Europe and Japan, they used to be the leaders. Now with the conditions in Europe, especially with regard to the high cost manpower, and today in Europe they are talking about 4 day a week. They are already, Spain has introduced that. All the Norwegian countries, they also gone to 4 day a week, and they are experimenting it in France and Germany. So imagine with that kind of labor, they cannot be competitive. And lot of machine tool manufacturing has to move out. And today Indian machine tool manufacturers, they have a huge advantage. But one thing is, they should not do what others are doing. They have to become more smart. You should produce smart IoT machines. Because today the quality, consistency and deliveries have become the norm, and there is no second opinion about it, and you can't have even a 1% defect. They are all calling it, no more it's a ppm, or even in between there was a parts per billion. Now they are talking about instance. One instance of non-conformance is not acceptable. So under these circumstances, a consistent quality and delivery is important. For that to happen, the manufacturing, the machine tool has to be robust. And today we have the software, we are one of the leaders, and we have the good technology. We have to become innovative and bring out machines which are smart, which will ensure all these things. Once we do it, definitely this will pave way for Indian manufacturing industry to go to the next step. For example, the field where I am coming from, forging, I am really sad to say there is no good press manufacturer in India who can make good presses. We import almost 90%, barring a small range of presses, others are imported. So that is the state of affairs. We buy imported presses or we buy second-hand presses. We are able to refurbish them much better, but we don't have the originality. That is what we should now bring in. And once we do it, sky is the limit. I'm really happy that in the last few years, there is a lot of startups have come. Today, and we are talking about, one of my previous speaker talked about the industry academic collaboration. Today, I'm really happy that in academic, they are open to having collaborative industrial approach. Say, we work with IIT Madras. Earlier, IIT Madras used to be just a sort of a black box. Today, they are coming out. They are able to react, interact with industry, and proactively come out with solutions. That, if that continues, definitely we can become more progressive nation, and in terms of machine tool industry and also manufacturing, become a world leader. And definitely the point is, the globe cannot ignore India today. India will become one of the prime force for the global world to look upon and for them to gain. So we have all the ingredients now, and we also have a very good young population. But to make them skilled and to utilize them for the growth of the nation, it is up to the entrepreneurs, up to the government to have that done. If it is not done, it can also have the reverse effect. With so much of youngsters not focused properly, it can go in other direction also. So that is why I'm telling we are really in a very, very advantageous position today. And we have to look forward to capitalize on this situation, and disruption and change is going to remain, and we have to be on top of it to take India to the next stage. Thank you all for this opportunity.